from Wilson & Co Homes, and I'm sat here with the lovely Carole from Opal Lettings, who's based over in Huntingdon. We are going to be bringing you some monthly videos, basically talking about what's going on in the property market. We're obviously both involved in property. We're slightly competitors, if you like. We both obviously do lettings, but we're also friends. We know each other through networking. And yeah, so Carole.
Yeah, I'm Carole from Opal Lettings based in Huntingdon. I'm your local proactive lettings agent. I cover all of Huntingdonshire as well. And currently James and I are at last Wednesday business networking. You could say James is my counterpart in the Peterborough. He's achieving marvellous results, particularly with sales. And obviously we're both very good friends, and we'd like to bring some property news to you all ongoing.
Yeah, it's about bringing you some of our independent advice. We don't work for corporates; we're independents. Whether you want to admit it or not, everybody does have an interest in property, because you're all living in a rented place, or you own your own place, and we want to try and bring some value to you. Share what's going on each month, really, in the property market, both sales and lettings.
Yeah.
So, go on.
Yeah, James, can you tell me some more about some of the houses that you've sold recently, particularly the ones you've sold over market value, because that's a fantastic achievement.
Yeah, no, so I mean, good question, thank you for asking. Two that I can think of actually recently, where we've broke the ceiling on the street, the price ceiling, if you like. So we've sold the most expensive property on that street. One was over in Bretton. I think we broke the ceiling there by about 20,000.
That's excellent.
Yeah. You know, it was a rented property. The landlord wished to release some equity, as quite a few landlords are doing at the moment. They had a portfolio, but we sold that property first viewing. Marketing on it was fantastic. Sold it on the first viewing, which was great. And then we had another one which was over in Paston on Pitneys. We broke the price ceiling there by 22,500, and it was actually the previous highest sold property was 165, and that was on a 4-bed, and we sold a 3-bed at 187,500. Again, all to do with the marketing, the presentation of the property. Yeah. We're massive on marketing. We pay for pro photography ourselves. Photos are the most important thing for me.
Yeah, and your brochure is fantastic.
Yeah,
you know, it's far better quality than any other estate agent I've ever seen.
Yeah, that
makes such a difference.
We normally get, either nothing, or you get, I don't know, there's a bit of scrappy paper on the floor. You get a bit of scrappy paper like this.
Yes, yeah.
To take away with you. So yeah, we do these high, nice, glossy brochures. So yeah. So that's, there's some really, really great results for our customers. Yeah. It means that they're getting extra money to move on, and that extra money that we've helped them achieve on sale price, it means minimal to us, to be honest.
But it could be a new bathroom or a replacement kitchen.
Exactly.
When somebody's doing the house up, it makes all the difference.
Yeah.
So shall I tell you about a shocking story I heard this morning, James?
Yeah. Well, you briefly touched on it before we started filming this. So please tell.
One of our mutual friends that I was talking to over breakfast at the meetings told me about this landlord friend of hers who is trying to rent out this exec detached out in the countryside with stables and paddocks and this, that and the other. The lady is charging far too much rent for it. She's charging about 500 over market rent, and that's why she's not managed to get a tenant in there for quite some time. And B, she's about to let a tenant into her home who has a bad financial record, who has CCJs against him, 5 I believe. She's checked him out on Company's House. He's dissolved several companies. She thinks she's checked him out thoroughly. But the shocking element of this is she actually thinks that if he sort of screws up on her in any shape or form, or starts going into arrears or anything, that she can walk into her house and change the locks and chuck him out.
She's bonkers, isn't she?
She can't. Even my friend Jackie said to her, no, you can't, I don't think so. And Jackie was running it by me this morning, and I said, oh no, I said, because there's so many rules and regulations with landlords and tenants. You have to go through the courts, you have to do it properly.
Absolutely.
It can take anything from 2 months to 4 months or 6 months. At that point, you would be going to court. That can take another 6 months depending on the next court date available. In the meantime, no rent's being paid, no money earned on the house. If your tenant goes to the council will say stay where you are because they haven't got anywhere to put them. And in the meantime, these guys can trash the house, and it was totally shocking. I said to Jackie, please tell this lady to contact me, because she needs to be so careful about who she chooses. And then, of course, the 3-year tenancy is coming in. It hasn't been voted on yet. It's going to be voted on in Parliament in August, but it's quite likely that that'll come in, which is great in some respects, which isn't so great in other respects. It depends on the individual scenario. But if this woman takes this tenant on,
she'll be left for 2.5 years without rent.
Crazy. So,
guys,
do be very, very careful about who you take on, and do be familiar with housing law, because you can come unstuck. Talk to either James or myself if you want to find out more.
Carole makes really valid points there. You might be, I don't know, you might be buying a new home, and you might be in a fortunate position where you can keep your existing property and you want to let it out. Not saying there's anything against private rentals, but I know Carole would be, and I certainly would be. We'd be happy to give you advice about how to let your property, the things that you need in place before a tenant even moves in, and also it really is worth referencing them properly.
Definitely.
At the end of the day, property is the most valuable assets that we have in our lives. Do you really want to let somebody you don't know, or somebody that's not been vetted and checked, so to speak, potentially ruin that asset?
You need to have somebody where you'll have a good relationship with them, where it's going to be a safe environment for you and for your asset, because that property is a cash cow for you for life, or for as long as you hold it. So look after it, for goodness sake.
Cool. Good.
So I think on that note, shall we wrap up for now?
We'll wrap it up for now. So what we're going to try to do is we'll next month, or maybe the month after, we'll give it a go with a live. We'll promote it first so that you know it's coming. It's usually going to be between 9 and 9:30 on the last Wednesday of every month. We're going to get 2 phones. We're going to try and make it interactive, give you the opportunity to ask us, either of us or both of us, any questions, any of our opinions. Not saying they're right. No, well, I'm always.
Of course they're right.
But so we're going to do that. We're going to try it next month, see how it goes on. We will obviously promote it on both of our forums and what have you, and we look forward to seeing you in August. Enjoy the summer that we're having.
So thank you very much, guys. It's been a pleasure, and see you next month.
Cheers. Thanks for watching, guys.